In this short video, we will show some of the improvements and new features of Maximus, aimed at enhancing the capabilities of flow assurance and production engineers to design and operate producing and transport facilities at their best and minimise risks. Flow instability poses a major concern for production engineers both in design and operations management. Being able to pinpoint the constraints within which wells can be operated smoothly can help greatly in elaborating field plans and in adapting the operating strategy, reducing the potential risk of shutdowns and damage to the facilities. The new well stabiliser allows engineers to find the operating range within which wells can be operated in stable conditions in order to optimise choke settings, facilities design and operating strategies. A simple configurator allows to set the tool to target only specified wells and the setup of the conditions to meet to avoid instability. This can be utilised, for instance, to find the optimal restart pressure conditions for the well after a shutdown, or the minimum flow rate the well can produce in stable conditions. While the simulation is running with its powerful multi-thread technology, Maximus checks the criteria against the current operating conditions in a separate calculation thread without stopping the simulation. Engineers can therefore monitor the operating conditions against the criteria and make decisions on how to proceed. When the minimum criteria to guarantee a stable flow are not met, for example at the end of the life, the well can then be easily taken offline, allowing engineers to compare different scenarios of well abandonment to minimise the impact on the overall production and contain costs while operating safely. Hydrates formation represents a major threat for the producing and processing facilities. The new hydrates inhibitor controller allows the elaboration of a dynamically adaptive chemical injection strategy aimed at optimising the injection rate as the operating conditions change. The new tool provides a simple configurating wizard to set the Maximus model to periodically check operating conditions against the formation of hydrates in specified areas of the plant. During the simulation, Maximus monitors the risk of formation of hydrates as operating conditions vary. If conditions for hydrates are met, the chemical injection rate is adapted to optimise inhibition, avoiding overdosing and ensuring that the temperature of fluid is kept above the hydrate's formation temperature. At the end of the simulation, the phase diagram plot shows that the transport line is always kept outside the region of hydrates formation within the margins set by the engineer, ensuring optimal chemical dosage and safe operations. Estimation of the cooldown time in case of shutdown is critical in the early elaboration of conceptual solutions and design. The early assessment of the time needed by the facilities to reach a certain temperature may be critical in selecting the level of insulation or managing the operations of shutdowns and restart of the plant. The new cooldown time calculator in Maximus allows a quick evaluation of the rapidity of cooldown process of a determined pipe segment, given the operating and environmental conditions at that point in time. By simply entering basic information on the cooldown range and simulation and selecting the case or time step for which the calculation should be carried out, Maximus quickly provides an estimate of the rate of cooling expected at the given operating conditions. The cooldown temperature can then easily be compared with the occurrence of flow assurance problems such as formation of hydrates or waxes. This allows engineers to rapidly elaborate the best strategy to perform the shutdown or the restart of the facilities to mitigate the risk and operate safely.